Have you ever thought about how your mind works? For instance, have you ever been in a busy place, like a mall or somewhere, out in the street, and seeing a sea of people, and wondered about those people, about how their minds work, or if anybody actually stands out in those people, in that sea of people? Usually, you can't see any difference. And what I'm going to talk about today is it's very, very hard to see any difference. However, we do often come across people who are different. And what I'm talking about is the fixed mindset. Most of us, including me, I have one too. Most of us have a mixed mindset, and it's very, very normal. Okay. Now, a fixed mindset, it's neither positive nor negative. What it is, it's accepting that life is normal, okay, and that if you think about what's going on in your life, like the obstacles that happen and the good things that happen, things like, as we go through life, it's a realisation that, yep, things do happen. People get sick, children get sick, you have children, you might not have children, you have a job, you may not have a job, you may separate or divorce and things like that. As, they're kind of the negative things. Well, I'm not saying having children is negative, but anyway, could be for some people. As opposed to maybe a lotto win, or a new job, or something, travelling, or something else that we would often call spectacular. Now, if you think about all those things, there's a fair chance that if we map through our life, that those things are going to be fairly normal for most people. It's a bit like birth, death, that sort of stuff. Everybody knows they're going to, who's alive, knows that sometimes they're going to pass over and die. So, and what it means is it's the whole thing's a bit of a roller coaster. It's going like this, a bit of a roller coaster. That's our life. And if we think about it, when things happen to us, we're fairly reactive to those things. Okay. And so that's the state of mind, really. And there's no judgment in this. That's the way it is. So that's the fixed mindset. There is another mindset, though, which is called the growth mindset. And that's one where we look at life a little bit differently, and we don't put life values onto the positive things and the negative things that happen to us. They're just things that happen, and what we do is we tend to look at them, the things that happen to us, as things we learn along the way. Now, that's often a perception thing or a reality thing too, actually, that if something happens, and it is a reality that, a child is sick, or I'm sick, or I've lost my job, that's a reality. And it's how we look at that reality, or perception, whichever way you want to look at it. How we look at that is whether we're in the growth mindset or the fixed mindset. Now, if we look at that from a challenge perspective, so something's happened to us, or maybe lost a job or something like that, and we look at it and say, hey, wow, that's a challenge. I'm going to go and get a new job. It's going to be a better job. I'm going to really do that. Really enjoy this, enjoy the challenge. Well, that's terrific. The other thing about the growth mindset is that often with the growth mindset, we look at life as if there's a leap of faith. It doesn't matter what happens, we're going to do it anyway, sort of things. And if we make a mistake, we just, okay, there was a mistake, and we move on from it. We don't dwell on it, we just move on from it. And I guess, the other thing about growth mindset people is if you talk to them, they have some sort of inner passion about them. Nothing really phases them. It's just everything's exciting. Challenges are even exciting. If something goes wrong, they even look at that in a way of excitement. So it's just a different way of looking at life. There's a fixed mindset, and then there's a growth mindset. So, we can change it. And next week, what I'm going to do, in the same position, sitting in the same chair, I'm going to give you some strategies of how to do that. So, look, stay tuned and enjoy your day. And I'm here in Brisbane, and I'm just having the most spectacular day. It's the most beautiful day here, and it's nice to see that winter is nearly over. In fact, winter's over in a few days' time, and things are warming up, and it's just great. So, you have an awesome day.